What's going on, Doe fam? Back with another video. Hope you guys have been doing well. For today's video, we're going to do a Bitcoin market analysis, Ethereum, as well as a update for gold. So as you guys can see, gold is breaking down and it's looking like it's breaking down from its fourth line of ascension. And as always, I've told you guys, look, gold is in a parabolic move right now. So let me go to the weekly. It's looking like it's probably going to break down, and pretty much every time a parabolic move is broken down, we do see some massive downside when it comes to the coin. So when it comes to gold, at the very least, we're going to see a nice breakdown and a massive rotation from gold to Bitcoin and other altcoins. So it's looking quite bullish for that. When it comes to today's base native coin of the day, it's OKEgg. I've left the chart how it is. I updated you guys this coin about a month ago, and it's looking like it's playing out exactly like I expected. We've had that breakout from the pennant, and we're now retesting, and I'll update you guys the charts in the latter part of the video. But without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages. Like and subscribe, ring the bell, comment down below if you guys want me to cover any other base native coins. And when it comes to that, obviously, I'm a base chain maxi. I cover Bitcoin and other base native protocols. And a disclaimer too, none of this is financial advice. This is just my own opinion. So be sure to do your own due diligence for the coins I cover and my market analysis. All I do is just relay the charts, what I see, and just translate it to you. So let's get right into it. So for Bitcoin liquidations, well, I guess overall market liquidations, we've had a lot of longs getting liquidated. So the late bears converting to the long and going bullish did get wrecked, and the late longers are getting destroyed. So good to see we're having a market reset, as well as the long short ratio. It's starting to reset, and the daily is actually looking like it's actually pretty much neutralizing. It's at 0.97. A perfect scenario in a perfect world, it would always be at the 1. But obviously that isn't the case, and when it comes to that, like, the only verdict I can take out of this is the majority is still bearish right now. We're having a lot of red consolidation here, and it's pretty much the longest time we've actually been at a majority, like a state of majority shorts since the bear market. So good to see the sentiment has been reset, and the markets are still pretty, like, they're still pretty bearish, even though Bitcoin's at 102k, and we're like, what are we at? We're about 6% off all-time high. So pretty crazy to see that people are still not believing this rally, and I don't think Bitcoin's actually going to have another leg up higher. When it comes to Bitcoin and a market update, Bitcoin is still looking like it wants to break out and bounce from this trend line. And just to give you guys a recap, this parabolic ascension is made of 4 lines, and typically a parabolic move ends in 4 lines. It doesn't necessarily, it can end in 3 waves, but usually the base case is 4 waves. So as you can see on this third line, it's getting quite close to either a breakdown or a retest. So obviously the bullish scenario would be is we break out and bounce hard, but we could always just break down and make a very way to the bear market. But let's see how that goes, and I will change this accordingly. But I guess some hints that we could have an explosive move to downside or upside. As you can see, the 4 hourly at least has started to break down, which might actually present that, look, Bitcoin's actually losing momentum at these levels. So what I would like to see is definitely hold these levels. Let's maybe get a retrace down to that 101k area, and then obviously price is king. So ideally what happens there is we have a very nice strong V reversal bounce from there and make a new high, because that would confirm this parabolic ascension move is valid, and most likely we'll be tracking this throughout the duration of this bull market, and at the very least the doubling from the lows. So as soon as we get around to the 150k area, I will be looking very closely to see if we get a breakdown on that parabolic ascension move. But let's see where it goes. Short term at least, we really want to see a breakout to the upside at the 101k key region, and we'll probably know by, let me check. So yeah, we'll probably know pretty much within the next 2 days or so if we're going to break out. And this week is very important because just looking at the charts, we definitely want to see a breakout to the upside and get this confirmation that, look, Bitcoin is in a massive parabolic ascension, and we can expect a doubling in the next few months. For total coin market cap, same thing. We're on that massive uptrend. For Ethereum, similar thing, but Ethereum isn't as explosive right now when it comes to that. Like, yes, you could say it's exploded out hard, but looking at the charts overall, we've just completed a deviation, and all it is really that's left for Ethereum is to make a breakout to the upside of the range, which is about the 4K key region. And then let's see if we can get a breakout. Ideally, we get a breakout because that would mean our base coins will go absolutely berserk and the altcoin mania will actually begin. For the Ethereum to Bitcoin charts, nothing really much to update. We just want to see a breakout to retest that key region of the 0.0277. And then ideally a breakout to go to the next area. Because obviously the higher this goes, that means Ethereum is actually gaining strength to Bitcoin. For stock market, we still had a really good, nice day. Just a little bit of sideways action. I would like to see a higher low to be placed at the major macro trend line. This would suggest that the bottom is in for the stock market, and most likely the stock market will head on its way to a parabolic move. For gold, looking really good. Gold is starting to break down, and I do expect gold to continue to break down for the next few months or so. And every time, just to give you clarifications too, guys, every time gold has local topped during its bull cycle, that means a massive reversal has been made for Bitcoin, and a rotation of liquidity from gold has been flowing down from gold to Bitcoin and then to alts. So a breakdown for gold is very bullish for our markets, and most likely for the foreseeable future, if gold continues to break down, especially for the next 3 months or so, we can expect Bitcoin and Ethereum to really flourish. So the next part of the video is tweets. First one is by Asemka. As you can see, he's drawing out a little bit of a diamond pattern here, and it's sort of a fractal where I believe this was back in 2020. And if this diamond pattern actually is playing out, and there is actually a lot of confluence with my chart as well, because technically in the next day or so, we have to have a response. And if we do get that breakout in the next 2 days or so, this actually lines up perfectly. And then we can get a nice breakout to the upside and most likely all-time high. So if that is the case, once we get that breakout and a retest, it's going to be absolutely explosive. And most likely that will be the run to all-time highs. So most likely if we do get a breakout from the 101 to 102K region, most likely Bitcoin will not look back and will make sure that it breaks its all-time high. Next chart is Ethereum. So from CW8900. As you can see, we're having a lot of liquidations at the 2500 key region. So this suggests to me in the next day or so, Ethereum might as well just dip down to the 2500 key region and liquidate those late longers. As you can see for Ethereum, we're actually already dipping down. So I would not be surprised if Ethereum actually breaks down to the 2500 key region just to liquidate those late longers. And to me, that will be quite bullish for that next leg up, especially if Bitcoin wants to break out of his diamond pattern. Next tweet is by Blunts, and this is just about the king of memes, Dogecoin. And he's quite liking Doji as well for the continued upside. Textbook inverse head and shoulders with volume in the breakout with a nice pullback. So as you can see, nice little head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, and a lot of volume breaking out. So what we'd like to see for Doji is a nice little retest on his bull flag, and pretty much in the next day or so, have a nice little breakup for Doge, which actually have some nice confluence with Bitcoin breaking out. And the significance of this is definitely, since Doge is the king of memes, we can expect base chain, especially the meme coins on base chain, to absolutely explode, like Toshi, like OKEgg, and like Miggles, etc. So for Doge breaking out here, it's going to be really good for our base native tokens, especially our meme coins. And so for the latter part of the video, it's our base native coin of the day, OKEgg. OKEgg is a base native meme coin on base chain. It's quite OG, it TG'd in April. But nonetheless, when it comes to chart updates, I left it as it is since pretty much the video I made a month ago. So today's the update for OKEgg. And as you can see for our update, we really wanted to make a new higher high and higher lows. And let me just clear these circles out just to make it easier for you guys to read. Our arbitrary line, as you can see, we did expect a breakout, which we got, so I'm going to delete that for now. And what's left really is a nice little retest from this pennant. And as you can see from the RSI, I did also expect a retest of his RSI as well. So it's looking like we're going to retest most likely this RSI and break out from here. And when it comes to price at least, that would mean that we're going to see a higher high. So we've confirmed our higher high. We want to see a higher low. And then get above that 3.6 million support, and then the next major resistance would definitely be that 8 million key area. So I do expect OKEgg, once it confirms its higher low, most likely the upside potential will be at least the 8 mil for the short term. And then if we break above that, we can definitely get above the 12 mil and then the all-time high key regions. So when it comes to short-term plays for OKEgg, and if you guys are looking to accumulate this coin, I would definitely bid around the 2.8 mil area and then see that breakout from there. But nonetheless, definitely wait for the higher low to be confirmed. And when it comes to these kind of coins that are small, like, to be honest, a lot of the coins on base chain are looking very similar. A lot of them have had massive runs prior and been wedging, like doing a massive wedging formation. So this suggests to me that base chain is probably going to have a massive base season in the next few months. Because, to be honest, once we get this breakout, technically the sky's the limit, and most likely we will see all-time highs. And this isn't just the case for OKEgg, this is also the case for the majority of base native tokens. So I always tell you guys, look, all you have to do is throw a dart at any solid base coin on base chain, and you're probably going to make massive multiples, because base chain is just set up for a massive euphoric move to the upside, especially if Ethereum actually breaks out like I think it will, where we're most likely going to hit 4K dollars at the minimum and break out from that range, retest, and then break out to the 7 to 9K region. So looking really good for OKEgg, looking really good for the majority of base native tokens, to be honest. I'm quite bullish on base chain. I have always been since pretty much like late 2023. And base chain has been a really solid pick just based on my thesis. I've told you guys, look, Coinbase will funnel 100 million users to their base chain ecosystem. And especially because the Coinbase stock actually got listed on the S&P 500, that just adds another checklist tick to my box. And most likely base chain will have an absolute massive move. But nonetheless, that's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Ring the bell, comment down below if you guys want me to cover any other base native tokens to do some market analysis on and some TA indicators for those. But yeah, so that's all to the video, guys. Peace.